All right, so for our student creed, not only are we going to focus on the words we're saying, I want to really take this video to break down what we're actually doing with the moves and the stances. All right, so we start with our feet together, hands by our side. Go ahead and repeat after me. Say, I'm a dedicated martial artist. All right, now normally I say student creed begin. When I say that, you're going to take your right foot, you're going to step out so your feet are just past your shoulder, and then that right foot's going to step back a little bit. You're going to turn your belly button towards that right side, and then your left leg is straight, your right leg is bent, and you're in a forward bow. All right, similar to what we're doing in our form. Then you're going to take your right hand, the hand on the same side of the legs bent, you're going to do a high block, so above your head, so if someone's trying to hit you in the head, it would be blocking, and then you're going to punch. So this is the stance I want to see, and the arms I want to see when you're doing this. So go ahead, repeat after me. Say, I must develop myself in a positive manner and avoid anything that could reduce my mental growth or physical health. And then when we go to number 2, what we're going to do is we're going to turn our belly towards the front, and you're going to bring your right foot in to touch your left foot. When we do that, we make an X. Our right leg goes back out. It's going to almost touch the ground for a close kneel. And then our right arm does a low block right in between our two legs. All right, so this is a close kneel stance. All right, I know it might hurt. We're getting stronger though. And we're low blocking down. Say, I must develop self-discipline in order to bring out the best in myself and others. And that other hand that's not doing anything should actually be pulled back. So we're going to turn our belly button towards the front. We're going to bend both knees. So we're in either like a neutral bow or horse stance. The hand that was low blocking pulls back, and the hand that was pulled back punches. All right? And again, repeat after me for number 3. I must use common sense before self-defense and never be abusive or offensive. Number 4, you're going to jump your feet in. They should be touching. You're going to bring both arms so your palms are facing down, kind of making a V with your arms. Then you're going to chop high and make a big V. All right, you're imagining using your pinky blade and you're chopping up. And now you're going to repeat after me again. Say, winners never quit. Quitters never win. I choose to be a winner. Number 5, you're going to make an X. We're going to do that same chop, but it's going to be a low block chop as we jump out into a neutral bow or horse stance. All right, your back should be straight, knees should be bent. Remember this, not a horse stance or a neutral bow. This is a frog stance or a squat. This is a neutral bow. This is a black belt school. We are dedicated. We are motivated. We are on a quest to be our best. And now normally I'll say asa, and what that means is you're gonna bring your feet in closer, chop to your right, punch to your right for a small forward bow, and then do our ready, set, courtesy. So now, every time we do our student creed, I'm looking for strong stances because not only is it an opportunity to practice our black belt lifestyle skills, it's an opportunity to make our stances stronger and our moves that we frequently use in our forms even stronger. All right, so that's the challenge. Every single time we're doing that student creed, you're saying the words like you mean it, and you're doing the stances and the moves also like you mean it. So when we're talking about our black belt lifestyle skill today, I want you to have an adult around so that you can have a conversation with them. So if you don't have an adult with you, pause the video and ask them if they have some time to come and talk with you. If they don't, maybe come back to this later in the week when they do have time, or you can just have this conversation over video with me right now. All right, but I do strongly encourage you to get your adult. Once you're back with your adult, go ahead and tell them the second part of the student creed. Go ahead and say it with me. Let's go. Let's tell them it's I must develop self-discipline in order to bring out the best in myself and others. All right, and now with your adult, tell them what self-discipline means. Remember from the video from Monday. And then tell them one thing you know you're supposed to be doing at home. I'll give you a few examples. Maybe it's clean up your room. Maybe it's brush your teeth. Maybe it's setting the dinner table. Tell them one thing that you know you're supposed to do and make a commitment with them that you're gonna do those things every single day until next week and beyond, but have them help you stay accountable, all right? Let them know after you've done it, like, hey, I've done this. I had self-discipline and I did it before you asked me to. All right, that's your challenge. Do it before your adult has to tell you to do it. Because when that happens, your adult has more time to teach you even more things and help you grow and learn. So that's the challenge this week with the black belt lifestyle skill. And I can't wait to hear how it goes. So you know, we're working on speed this month. We're getting our white stripe because white is like lightning, which is the fastest you can possibly get. So we're gonna integrate that explosive speed we talked about in the last video in this warm-up this week. All right, so we're gonna throw on tempo run again. Same thing, you're running in place when the tempo guy's running, but this time when he goes down, we're not gonna do a push-up, we're gonna do a sit-up. And that's gonna require you to have some explosive speed because you have to get down on the ground, do your sit-up, and get back up. And this is a moment where you should always be checking your space, make sure it's safe for you to train. There's nothing on the ground next to you that could hurt you or that you're gonna break. But this drill in particular, you really do wanna make sure because you are gonna be going to the ground, doing a sit-up and coming back up. So if you have to, pause the video, make sure you have the space to do so, and then come back. All right, so let's practice together though. We're bringing our knees up, we're running, pretending we have to go down. We're gonna sit on the ground. There's a couple options. If you know how to do a break fall, go ahead, do a break fall and do a sit up. All right, then you're getting right back up to run into place. If you don't know how to do a break fall, you're going to slowly and carefully bring your body to the ground because our bodies are temples and we wanna respect and take care of them. All right, so you're running in place. You're gonna slowly squat, sit on the ground, go ahead, do your sit up, and then stand back up and running into place. Either option's fine. With either option, your goal is to get down there fast. As soon as you see the tempo guy about to go under, make sure you're safe in your space around you. All right, and this time, instead of doing a regular jumping jack when we jump, we're gonna do a explosive jumping jack. So what that looks like is you're running in place. An explosive jumping jack, instead of jumping out like this, is you shoot your feet out and your hands out at the same time and jump. So I'm gonna show you once, then we'll do it together. So it looks like this. All right, so let's do that together. Run in place. All right, we have to jump, run in place again. All right, let's get this warm up done. All right, so now it's time to work on speed. Speed is the stripe we're gonna get this month. That stripe will be white because white like lightning. Lightning is the fastest thing possibly on this earth. And since we're working on speed and we wanna be fast, we're using lightning to inspire us to do so. Now remember, the type of speed we're working on this week is explosive speed. Go ahead and say that, say explosive speed. The week before that was reaction speed, and we need reaction speed in order to achieve explosive speed because we need to have a fast reaction time. We need to start first and we need to keep going. We need to move through that so that we hit the target effectively and fast. So last video, we did jab crosses with Fruit Ninja. This video, we're gonna test our explosive speed with our legs. So we're gonna integrate our technique, which is our inward crescent kick, into our explosive speed drill. So go ahead and get in a guard stance. All right, your belly button should be facing the right. Let's do a inward crescent kick together twice, nice and slow. Okay, so we're gonna bring our hips towards the front. We bring our foot up like a front kick chamber, like we're stepping on a step nice and high. We're gonna make a C, hit with the inward part of our foot, rotate our body, and then we're gonna land. So that was one. A little bit faster now. Our second inward crescent kick. Go. Up, around kick, re-chamber, down. Same thing on the other side. So we're gonna turn our body so our hips are facing the front. Our back leg comes up like a front kick chamber. We're gonna bring our leg around like a C, hit with the inward part of our foot, come around, land. All right, a little faster now. Inward crescent kick. Up, around, re-chamber, down. All right, so now you're gonna have to do it with speed. So if the piece of fruit's falling, you can pick which leg you think you need to do. But say it's falling here, do inward crescent kick, step right back. It's over there, inward crescent kick, step right back. Or you can stay land forward, and now you can now use your new back leg to kick. All right, let's see those ninja skills. So for this week, to practice our inward crescent kick, I'm going to throw on some music, and I want to see how many times you can do the kick before the music's over. It's going to be about a minute, but this is also your challenge. You're doing your kicks with explosive speed and fast, but they need to be correct. So I'm looking more for you to focus on doing your chamber, kick, re-chamber down, than to zoom through it fast and it looked like that. All right, so you're seeing how many you can do, but do them well. That's your challenge. All right, so let's go get it. Nice work. Now here's challenge number 2. I'm gonna throw on another song. I still want you to do your inward crescent kick, but this time I want you to do it fast no matter what. All right, so literally focus how many times you can do a kick. All right, so kick, back, all right? till you're exhausted. And it might look a little sloppy. That's okay, because I want you to then think about, okay, maybe you got to 100 kicks or however many you get in about a minute. Think about, okay, maybe my chambers weren't as great as they could be. That's now an area you need to focus on. Because when we can do something really well, we know how to do it, our body's able to just have muscle memory and do it quickly. All right, so sometimes when we forget about technique a little bit and focus more on the speed, that helps us identify where our techniques need to get stronger. All right, so this next minute, you're just solely focusing on how fast, how many kicks you can do, and then having that little reflection afterwards. All right, let's go. And this time, we're doing our left leg. So last time was right leg. This time, kicking with your left leg. If you kicked with your left leg for whatever reason last time, just go ahead and switch and do your right leg now.
What you wanna see or you wanna dance it? I don't know anyone who dance like it. Yeah. Bum bada bum bada boom. Bum bada bum bada boom. What you want? 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 Bum bada 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 bum. Falling for you, it won't fall in. Bum bada bum bada boom. What you wanna see or you wanna dance it? I don't know anyone who dance like it. Yeah. Bum bada bum bada boom.
All right, so now it's time for our self-defense, and we are learning passing the horizon. All right, so I'm gonna turn around so you can see this, because what's happening is someone takes your hand and shoves it behind your back. All right, so imagine someone's taking my hand, shoves it behind my back. So that means their body is like very, very close to my body. So if I try to pull away, it might create some space, but they're gonna have my arm and it's gonna hurt my arm. It's gonna pull on my shoulder. So what I need to do is I need to push back into them, all right? And as I do that, I'm gonna shove my elbow into their solar plexus or their stomach, all right? So go ahead and do this with me. Put your right arm behind your back, step back and elbow. Good, let's do that 2 more times. Ready? Step back, elbow. Again, step back, elbow. 1 more step back, elbow. Good, and just for good measures, we're gonna hit them in the solar plexus, but we're also gonna hit them in the face, all right? So let's do that 3 times. Ready, go, step back, elbow, elbow. Again, step back, elbow, elbow. 1 more, step back, elbow, elbow. Nice. So now we really got that person off balance, and we, hit them hard enough so that they're not expecting, and they might even let go at that point. But that's the goal, is to hit them so that they're either gonna not be able to move or they let go of us. All right, so now we're gonna add in that passing the horizon part. All right, so we step back, elbow, elbow. Now we're gonna take that leg we stepped back with, which should be your left leg. You're gonna step forward. All right, and now your right arm is gonna do a big circle. This is the passing the horizon part, and you're grabbing the bad person's arm. All right, you pull them in, punch, kick, and now when we take our 2 steps away, we wanna take our left leg step over your right leg step out. And now to create even more distance, our left leg's gonna step back, and we're gonna be ready to fight. All right, let's do that together again. Hands up, say, I don't want any trouble. Right hand behind. 1, step back, elbow, elbow. 2, left leg steps up, forward. 3, big circle past the horizon and grab. 4, punch, kick, and cover out. Left leg steps over right. Right leg steps out. Left leg steps back. And once more together. Hands up. I don't want any trouble. Hand behind the back. Elbow, elbow. That was 1, 2. Big step around. 3. Hand comes up and around. Grab. 4. Punch. Kick. And cover out. Left leg over right. Right leg steps out. Left leg steps back. Yeah. Nice job. Action karate, 4 and 4, man. Guard stance. 1, 2, 3, and feet together. Now we're gonna add that kick in. All right, so feet together, hands by your side. Action karate, 4 and 4, man. Guard stance. 1, 2, 3, and that back leg inward crescent kick. 4. Hit your hand, land with your belly button facing the other way. So since we're working on explosive speed, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna throw on tempo run again. But this time, instead of running, when the tempo guy is running, you're doing your form over and over and over again. So you're doing action karate, 4 and 4, man, guard stance, boom, boom, boom. Then you're gonna keep doing that over and over again. All right, so then come back to the beginning. Action karate, 4 and 4, man. Boom, boom, boom. Action karate, 4 and 4, man. Boom, boom, boom. See how many times you can get it in before the tempo guy goes under. When the tempo guy goes under, you're doing a duck, just a nice simple duck. When the tempo guy goes over, you're doing a jump, feet as high to your chest as you can. All right, again, challenging yourself. You're being explosive every time so you can see how many times you can get it in before the guy goes under or jumps. You ready? All right, so now I'm going to teach you the second part that we need to know for action karate form 4. All right, so feet together, hands by your side. We're going to do that first part that we already know. Action karate, 4 and 4, man. Guard stance, neutral bow, chop with your left hand, transition to forward bow, vertical punch with your right hand, transition to neutral bow, spear with your left hand. Your back leg, your right leg is going to do an inward crescent kick. Land with your belly button now facing left in neutral bow. Now you're going to put your right hand on top, your left hand on bottom. Your right hand's going to chop. Then you're going to transition to forward bow. Your left hand's going to punch and do a vertical punch. Transition back to neutral bow. Again, our belly button's facing left. And our right hand is going to come out and spear. Then we're going to take our back leg and we're going to do that inward crescent kick with our left leg. Land in neutral bow. And then we're going to take our front hand, we're going to put it up by our ear and then down to do a low block. All right, so that's that second half of action karate form 4 that you need. Feet together, hands by our side. We're going to do this 2 more times. Once more, I'll break it down. And then the third time, I will just count. All right? Action karate, 4 and 4, ma'am. Make sure you're doing this with me. Guard stance. You're in neutral bow. Your belly button is facing right. Left hand goes on chop. Chop with your left hand. Transition to forward bow. Vertical punch with your right hand. Transition back to neutral bow. Your belly button is right. Left hand spear. Back leg, your right leg does inward crescent kick. Land with your belly button facing the left. Right hand's on top. You're going to do chop with your right hand. Transition to forward bow, vertical punch with your left hand. Transition to neutral bow, spear with your right hand. Your back leg, which is your left leg, is going to do inward crescent kick. Land in neutral bow with your belly button facing right. And lastly, we're going to do a low block. So you start up by your ear, low block down, and that is the last move for the second half. So this time I'm just going to count. We're going to do this together, all the moves. Action, karate, form, 4, man. Guard stance. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And low block, ayah. Feet together and courtesy. All right, so we're adding a new move with our scream stick this week. So let's go ahead and do the beginning part together. Blood cup, twirl guard stance, step forward, temple 1, keep going, hit down the knees 2, rebound, come back up 3. Now last week's video, I had you guys go around your head and hit. So do that 3 times with me right now, ready? So we're here, go around your head, hit 1. 2, go around your head, hit 3. 3, go around your head, hit 4. All right, so that's just the arm movement. Now we need to add the feet. So when you're doing this, make sure you're doing this with me. We're gonna start bringing it around our head. When we're bringing it in front of us, our right leg's also gonna come in front of us because we're gonna turn. All right, so go ahead and do this with me. All right, once we're facing the other way, we're gonna finish bringing it around and we're gonna freeze here. All right, so now this is just up, it doesn't hit just yet. All right, so blood cup, twirl guard stance, 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and move your right foot in front as you bring the orbit in front. Keep orbiting around, land with it, up, ready to strike. One more time, blood cup, twirl guard stance, 1, 2, 3. Bring your foot in front as you bring your screamer in front, twirl, ready to strike. That's as far as we will go this week. Make sure you keep practicing that orbit because it's not easy. So really break it down. Watch the video over a couple of times if you have to, all right? But you got this. I'm excited to keep seeing where it goes. All right, so now that you have your fighting stance from the first video of the week, we are going to work on a technique. This technique is called straight punch, hook, elbow. So go ahead and get into your fighting stance. And what we're gonna do is take our back hand, which is our right hand right now, and you're gonna throw a straight punch or a cross, okay? Notice when I'm doing this, I'm coming up on my heel a little bit on that back foot. That's to help with rotation. So ready, let's throw 10 of those. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now our front hand is going to throw a hook. When we do a hook, it's important. We're not throwing, they call this a haymaker, really large things like that. You know, bringing speed back into it. If we do this, we're taking away our own speed because we have to go even farther from the target. So when we do a hook, we bring our elbow up and then it comes across. All right, so up, across. So we're gonna do 10 hooks with our left hand, which is our front hand right now. Ready? Go. 1, 2, remember you're lifting your elbow and coming across. 3, other hand stays up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're gonna end with a elbow. Now an elbow is a finishing move. This is a really strong part of your body. So you would only be doing this if you were in a life or death fighting situation. All right, it's a finishing move. It's for short distance. because as you can see, an elbow doesn't give me much reach. So it must mean I'm close to the person. All right, maybe they're right up against me. We're close, something like this. All right, if someone's close like this, you can throw that elbow out. So get back in fighting stance. You're gonna take the elbow and you really wanna lean in. So back to what we did last week with that step drag, you're gonna do step. As you're dragging up, you're gonna do that elbow, all right? So give yourself enough space. We're gonna do 10 of these, ready? Go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're gonna add all of that together, all right? So when I say go, you're gonna do cross, hook, step, drag, and elbow, all right? And then you can reset. Ready? Go, cross, hook, step, drag, elbow. Go, cross, hook, step, drag, elbow. Reset. Remember, your hands are always up. If you're not using one of your hands for a technique, it's up by your face. Go, cross, hook, step, drag, elbow. Reset. Go, cross, hook, step, drag, elbow. All right, I'm not gonna say the words anymore. I'm just gonna say go. Go. Ayo. Should be adding key on that finishing move, that elbow. Go. Ayo. Go. Ayo. One more, go. Ayo. Nice job. As always, we will be ending class with our principles of being a black belt. Feet together, hands by your side. Repeat after me. I'm a dedicated student of the martial art. And I live by the principles of being a black belt. And they are integrity, concentration, perseverance, respect and obedience, self-control, humility, indomitable spirit, knowledge, power, black belt, courtesy.